Hello students. So today we can look into the PHP concept chapter 3. Chapter 2 is about the file reading, writing and executing that I will be explaining in the class. So today we can start with the chapter 3, that is using arrays, string manipulation and the regular expression. So what is an array? So array is a collection of more than one value in a single variable. Each element in an array has a distinct index. Any element in an array can be accessed through the indexing. So index means it's the value starts from 0 to the n, 0 to 10 or 0 to 20, like that. Okay, so index value is, it begins from the number 0. Okay, so here you can see the values in array, that is 10, 30, 70, 87 and 45, and it has begin from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's a collection of more than one value in a single variable. A scalar variable is a named location in which to store a value. Similarly, an array is a named place to store a set of values. An array is a named place to store a set of values, thereby allowing you to group the variables. An array is a special variable which can hold more than one value at a time, whereas an array can hold the value more than one time. Okay, you can see one small example of how we can use the arrays in the PHP concept. Okay, so here I have begin with the HTML structure and I have used the syntax of PHP, question mark PHP, dollar subject is the variable, right? So dollar subject is the variable, equals array function. Within array I have given the string value, that is web, Android and Python. Okay, so here I want to display this particular array values using the variable subject. Okay, here I am using the echo statement to display the output. Echo, within echo I had passed the value, that is I like, it is a string value. Then I have used the dot operator, right? Dot means here it is a concatenation operator, and dollar subject of 0. 0 is an index value of web. Okay, then again I have used the dot operator. Then I have used subject to display the index 1, that is Android, and dollar subject 2. In place of 2 it is Python. Here web begins from 0, Android as 1 and Python as 2. So now I am displaying this output, that is I like web, Android and Python. So when we run this program, this particular output will be present. Okay. So here one textbook example is there. Bob's product list is the array for the example used in this chapter. In figure you can see a list of 3 products stored in an array format. These 3 products are stored in a single variable called the dollar products. Okay, so within the product, here we have tire, oil and spark plug. Okay, so here Bob's auto parts is one of the concept mentioned in your PHP textbook. Okay, so this is about the example for an array of the products. Okay, so next we can see numerical indexed array. So numerical indexed arrays are supported in most programming language. In PHP, the indices starts at 0 by default, although you can alter this value. PHP indexed array can store the numbers, strings or any object. PHP indexed array is also known as numerical array. As I told here, the array had begin from its index, that is 0. We can alter this index value also. Okay, so there are 2 ways to define the index array. For example, you can see the variable declared, that is dollar size. I have used the array function, that is array in bracket I have given big, medium, comma short. The another way is we can use the index, that is $size equals 0 equals big, $size of 1 equals medium, $size 2 equals short. So by mentioning the index value also we can use this arrays. Okay. So next you can see another example for arrays, indexing arrays, that is after the structure of the HTML I have begin the syntax of PHP, then I have declared the variable that is $web equals array function. Within array I have used ASP, PHP and C#, right? So these are the languages which has been programming languages which has been present in your web technology subject, right? So here echo is the keyword which is being used to display the output, right? So within the echo keyword I have given web, then you can see the difference there. The string value web, I didn't use any dollar symbol, right? So you can see web, I have used the variable that is $web of 0, right? So that the 0 is in the place of ASP, then $web of 1 is PHP and $web of 2 is C#. So when I run this program I will get the result that is in web colon I have used, right, ASP, PHP and C#. Okay. So this is how you use the numerical indexed array. So depending on the contents you need in your array, you might not need to manually initialize them as in the preceding example. If you have the data you need in another array, you can simply copy one array into the another using the equal operator, assignment operator. Okay. If you want an ascending sequence of numbers stored in an array, you can use the range function to automatically create the array for you. The following statement creates an array called numbers with elements ranging from 1 to 10. So when you are using array, you can use the another function that is range function to mention the indexed value from where it begins and from where it ends. Okay. So $numbers equals range of 1 comma 10. Here $number is the variable declared and the function we have used that is range. Okay. The range function has an optional third parameter that allows you to set the step size between the values. For example, if you want an array of the odd numbers between 1 and 10, you could create it as follows. Okay, $odds equals range 1 comma 10 and I have given another size that is 2. Okay, so that it displays those values. The range function can be also used within the character. In the example you can see $letters range as A to Z. So the output will be printed from A to Z. Okay. Next, accessing array constant. So to access the contents of an variable, you use its name. If the variable is an array, you access the contents using the variable name and a key or index. The key or index indicates which of the values in the array you can access. The index is placed in a square brackets after the name. So you can see the index values, right? So after products 0, product 1, product 2 to use the contents of the $product array. So this is to display the contents of the particular array. Okay. Next, using loops to access the array. Because the array is indexed by the sequence of numbers, you can use for loop to more easily display its contents. For I equals 0, I less than 3, I plus plus echo products of I. So it will be printing the value from 0 to 0 and less than 3, right? So it will be printing the values of products. So like this how we can use the for loop for the displaying the array elements. So this loop provides a similar output to the preceding code but requires the less typing than manually writing code to work with each element in a large array. The ability to use a simple loop to access each element is a nice feature of an arrays. You can also use the for each loop specially designed for use with the arrays. In this example, you could use it as follows. For example, for each $product as $current, echo current dot concatenation operator and use the inverted comma, single inverted comma. So this code stores each element in turn in the variable current and prints it out. Next you have arrays with different indices. Okay, so arrays with different indices. In the product array, you allowed PHP to give each item the default index. This meant that the first item you added become item 0, the second item will be 1 and so on. PHP also supports array in which you can associate any key or index you want with each value. So here we no need to use the 0, 1, 2, 3 only. We can give any values in a arrays. Okay, initializing an array. So the following code creates an array with product name as keys and prices as values. Okay, so price equals array tires. Here the operator which is used as an associative operator. Okay, so this is known as an associative operator where elements can be stored. Okay, values can be stored. So dollar prices equals array of tires 100, oil as 10, spark plugs as 4. The symbol between the keys and values is simply an equal sign immediately followed by greater than symbol. Okay, so this is how we can give the indices value. Next we have accessing the array elements. So again you can access the contents using the variable name and a key. So you can access the information stored in the prices array as dollar prices of tires, prices oil and prices spark plugs. The following code creates the sample prices array instead of creating an array with 3 elements. This version creates an array with only one element and then adds the 2 more. So here you can see how the prices variable is being declared and used its array elements and its values. Okay, so here is another slightly different but equivalently the piece of code. In this version you do not explicitly create an array at all. The array is created for you when you add the first element to it, right? So here you can see how the prices variable and the array is used between the brackets and the values assigned for the particular elements, right? So next we have using loops. So because this indices is an array or not numbers, you cannot use a simple counter in a for loop to work with the array. However, you can use the for each loop or the list function and each function constructors. Okay, the for each loop has a slightly different structure when using the associative arrays. We can use it exactly as you did in the previous example, or you can incorporate the keys as well. So here you can see how the for each statement used by using the equal sign, right? Prices as key, equal sign, greater than symbol, and declare the variable that is value, then echo dollar key so that it will print the value. So the following code lists the contents of the prices array using the each construct, right? So here you can see how the each constructor has been worked. So the output of this script fragment is shown in the follow. So here you can see by printing those values. So before that one example is there. So what are the values had been initialized. Okay, so here while element equals each prices and it prints out the prices and the elements within those example. Okay, here echo element key, then echo element value. So here you can see the key will be the tires, then it will printing the values. Okay, 100, 10 and 4. Next you can see the array operator. So one set of special operator applied only to arrays. Most of them have an analog in the scalar operator. So you can see how the union, equality, identity, inequality and non-identity has been represented. So if you had been written this particular notes in your first chapter, no need to write here. Okay. So next you can see the associative array. Elements are associated with equal and greater than symbol. So first way you can like this you can use like $marks equals array. So giving the value for the string, that is ABC as 96, DEF as 88 and GHI as 98. So you can represent this symbol like this also.